Hello everyone, welcome to the Crypto Intel channel. Today we'll find out where the price of Hedera might go. Before we start the video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click the bell icon so you can always stay up to date on what's happening in the market. It takes you literally a second, but for me it's motivation to improve the quality and level of the videos on the channel. We have a lot to discuss, so let's get started right away. Now, Hbar looks like the market is literally preparing for one of the most unexpected reversals among major altcoins. The coin has been in an accumulation phase for too long, and it's precisely these periods in the crypto market that most often end with the most aggressive upward movements. Most importantly, while most participants continue to look at assets that have already grown, Hbar is beginning to form a structure that increasingly resembles the start of a new upward cycle. As of May 28, 2026, Hbar is trading in the 0.104 to 0.108 range and continues to hold above the key psychological zone of 0.10. And this is extremely important, because for the first time in a long time, the market is beginning to show signs of confidently consolidating above a level that has served as significant resistance for months. Now, this zone is becoming the main support for further growth. The most interesting thing now is the price action. Previously, any attempts at growth in Hbar quickly ended in a sharp decline. Now the situation has completely changed. Even during local corrections, buyers continue to hold the market much tighter than before. This is one of the first signs that sellers are gradually losing control of the coin. This is why many traders are now beginning to view the current structure as a potential prelude to the next phase of growth. Historically, such scenarios often result in a sharp price acceleration, especially when an asset has been under pressure for a long time and then begins to consolidate above key levels. The fundamental background is now also beginning to attract additional attention to Hbar. The market is actively discussing Hedera's ongoing development in the corporate sector. In recent weeks, interest in Hedera's integrations in the fields of AI and asset tokenization has increased. Furthermore, discussions continue around possible institutional interest in Hbar through future ETF products. Even these discussions are gradually increasing the interest of major players in the coin. Hedera's participation in various government and corporate pilot projects remains an important factor. Recent discussions about using the Hedera network for digital financial solutions in conjunction with Project Acacia and Australian institutions have once again drawn market attention to the project's real utility component. The technical picture is now beginning to look particularly interesting. The RSI on the daily time frame continues to hold in a confident bullish zone. At the same time, the market still doesn't appear overheated, meaning there remains ample room for further growth. Moreover, the RSI continues to form a structure of higher lows, which is typically considered a strong sign of increasing buying pressure. After a long period of bearish pressure, the MACD has finally reversed upward. Buyers are gradually beginning to dominate the price action, and bearish momentum is virtually disappearing. These are the signals that often appear before the start of a full-fledged medium-term uptrend. The volatility structure also looks very interesting. After a long period of compression, the Bollinger Bands are beginning to gradually widen, and the price is holding near the upper end of the range. Historically, this often marks the beginning of a new impulse phase. Moreover, the longer the market has been in accumulation, the more aggressive the subsequent movement tends to be. Volumes are also worth considering. Interest in Hbar has gradually increased in recent days. This is extremely important, as rising volumes during consolidation above key resistance are usually considered one of the strongest confirmations of a continuing uptrend. Now, more and more analysts are starting to suggest that Hbar could become one of the most undervalued coins of the current cycle. While many altcoins have already shown strong pumps, Hbar remains relatively far from its previous peaks. These are precisely the assets that often begin to move most aggressively in the second phase of the alt season. If we consider a bullish scenario, consolidation above $0.11 could open the way to $0.125 to $0.13. This zone is currently being considered the first serious target for a new impulse, but the most interesting things could happen further down the line. If the crypto market maintains its overall positive sentiment, Hbar could very quickly accelerate to $0.15 to $0.18. Moreover, the move could be much sharper than most market participants currently expect. Some long-term models are already starting to see the $0.20 to $0.25 range as a realistic target for the coming months. Of course, risks remain. If Bitcoin unexpectedly enters a deep correction, Hbar could test the 0.098 to 0.095 support. But even in this case, the market structure looks significantly stronger than it did a few months ago. Because now, for the first time in a long time, buyers are starting to confidently hold the price above key levels. What your plans, hopes, and expectations are for it. The best and most engaging comment will be featured in the next video. Just a reminder, friends, Informational and news videos are posted on the channel every day, so you won't get bored here. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you're always up to date on all the latest news. And if you liked this video, please support me with a like. Your like is my motivation. Thanks to everyone for watching, and see you next time.